Welcome to HVAC exam practice test. Our topic today is cooling and distribution systems. Use the link in the description to download the app on the App Store and Google Play for free practice tests. 1. What is the primary function of a condenser in an HVAC system? A. To heat the refrigerant vapor. B. To change refrigerant vapor into a liquid by removing heat. C. To increase the pressure of the refrigerant. D. To filter the refrigerant. The correct answer is B. To change refrigerant vapor into a liquid by removing heat. Explanation: condensers are heat transfer devices that remove heat from hot refrigerant vapor, causing it to condense into a liquid. 2. Which of the following is not a common type of water-cooled condenser? A. Double tube. B. Shell and coil. C. Shell and tube. D. Fin and tube. The correct answer is D. Fin and tube. Explanation: fin and tube condensers are typically used in air-cooled systems, not water-cooled. 3. In an air-cooled condenser, heat transfer occurs when A. Water is sprayed over the condenser coils. B. Air is blown through the condenser fins. C. Refrigerant is mixed with water. D. Refrigerant is compressed. The correct answer is B. Air is blown through the condenser fins. Explanation: a fan pushes air through the condenser fins, which are attached to the refrigerant tubing, facilitating heat transfer. 4. What is the purpose of a cooling tower in an HVAC system? A. To heat water for the building. B. To cool water for use in a water-cooled condenser. C. To compress refrigerant. D. To filter air. The correct answer is B. To cool water for use in a water-cooled condenser. Explanation: cooling towers use evaporative cooling to reduce the temperature of water that is then circulated through a water-cooled condenser. 5. What is the approach in cooling tower terminology? A. The temperature of water entering the tower. B. The difference between the hot and cold water temperatures. C. The difference between the cold water temperature and the wet bulb temperature. D. The amount of water lost through evaporation. The correct answer is C. The difference between the cold water temperature and the wet bulb temperature. Explanation: approach is a measure of how close the leaving water temperature is to the ambient wet bulb temperature. 6. What is the primary function of a chiller in an HVAC system? A. To heat air. B. To cool water or brine solutions. C. To compress refrigerant. D. To filter refrigerant. The correct answer is B. To cool water or brine solutions. Explanation: chillers are used to produce chilled water or brine, which is then circulated to cool spaces. 7. What is the purpose of a dehydrator in a chiller system? A. To add moisture to the refrigerant. B. To remove water and non-condensable gases from the refrigerant. C. To increase the pressure of the refrigerant. D. To lubricate the compressor. The correct answer is B. To remove water and non-condensable gases from the refrigerant. Explanation: the dehydrator ensures that the refrigerant remains clean and dry, preventing damage to the system. 8. What is the function of the compressor inlet guide vanes in a chiller? A. To control the flow of water. B. To adjust the cooling capacity of the machine. C. To filter the refrigerant. D. To lubricate the compressor. The correct answer is B. To adjust the cooling capacity of the machine. Explanation: the guide vanes regulate the flow of refrigerant vapor into the compressor, thereby controlling the system's capacity. 9. What is the range of a cooling tower? A. The difference between the cold water temperature and the wet bulb temperature. B. The amount of water lost through evaporation. C. The difference between the hot and cold water temperatures. D. The heat load of the tower. The correct answer is C. The difference between the hot and cold water temperatures. Explanation: the range indicates the temperature drop achieved by the cooling tower. 10. In an evaporative condenser, how is the refrigerant cooled? A. By circulating air through fins. B. By spraying water directly onto the cooling coil. C. By using a shell and tube design. D. By using a double tube design. The correct answer is B. By spraying water directly onto the cooling coil. Explanation: evaporative condensers combine the functions of a condenser and cooling tower by spraying water directly onto the condenser coils, enhancing heat transfer through evaporation. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for updated videos every week.